Hello friends, you're welcome back to Be Inspired, and thank you so much for tuning in. And as usual, we have something interesting that we're going to be talking about today, and that is how to handle peer pressure. I tell you, it is an interesting topic, so please make sure you watch this video to the end.
Yes, trust us that anytime we come here, we share nuggets that can change your life, that can change your relationship, that can change your spiritual and every aspect of your life. So we're glad to share with you what peer pressure is today, the good ones, the bad ones, and how to avoid them. And I want to start by saying peer pressure is the influence that your social group has on you. When you're talking about peer pressure, I know most people would think about school children, adolescents, when they're in college. But let me tell you, peer pressure can happen at any point in life. It happens to children in school. It happens to adults. You know, people like us that are still growing, developing in our career. Even the older people, it happens at every point in time. So it is very, very important that we deal with the issue of peer pressure and we see how we can make the best use of it. And like I said, it is not all bad. It could be positive, it could be negative. So it depends on which one you are embracing. But today we're saying embrace the good ones and run away from the bad ones.
And Bukola, you said peer pressure is the influence your social group has on you. And this social group could be, you know, your mates, your colleagues at work, your friends, people in the same alumni group with you, your whole school association, people in the same church society with you, people, your friends within the neighborhood, your friends within the community, and also people in the same social network group with you, like WhatsApp group, your Facebook group, people you relate with from time to time on a daily basis are your peers, right?
Yes. And this is like most of us, we take them for granted, but it is very important. Like when the influence is positive, they will offer you good, sound, and intelligent advice. You know, any group that you belong to and how what they talk about is things that are irrelevant to your life to making you getting better, then you should know that that is the wrong group to belong to. You know, when the influence is positive on you, they challenge you, they motivate you to be a better version of yourself. You know, on a daily basis, you see people that are doing well in their career, your friends are, you know, they are doing well, and you want to also do well. You know, you see friends or your peers who will come to you to say, hey, what are your plans for the future? What is your plan on this career? How do you want to move forward? Or when they see opportunities, they call you to say, hey, there is an opportunity here. Can you apply for this job? These are the tips that you need to pass this exam. These are positive influence, and these are the things that we should embrace so much so that it can help us to grow. And you know, apart from that, when it is positive, they help you to also help others. They can friends, you know, your colleagues can influence you to volunteer in your community, help the less privileged, you know, do things for other people, simple things, going out of your way to just show kindness to people. So that is what we call positive influence. And you know, when you have positive peer pressure, they motivate you, they help you build this strong network of friends, because good friends will also introduce you to good friends, and thereby you build a very strong, reliable network that you can call on anytime when you're in trouble, when you need assistance, when you need, you know, somebody to advise you. That is what we call positive peer pressure, and this is what all of us to strive. That is what we need to strive at becoming, you know, being good pressure on people, putting good pressure on people, and applying good pressure on ourselves. If not, we see that we're just in a circle at every point in time, and we're not going anywhere. And we don't want it to be like that. This is for you to be a better version of yourself, and so make sure you embrace the positive aspect of peer pressure.
And you know, I just remembered my experience when I was in high school, Bukola. I remember having this I joined a group of friends, and I think I was supposed to be the fifth person in that group, so we ended up calling ourselves 5 lucky friends. And
wow,
that was before that time I wasn't this type that would wake up at night and read. But this group challenged me to read at night. They challenged me to have this determination to say, I want to be the best in my school. And at the end of the day, in that group, most of us had the best results that time. So it will always help you to aspire more, inspire more to be the better version of you, like Bukola said. And touching on the negative aspect of peer pressure, it puts you on undue stress, because you are trying to match yourself with someone. You are trying to match yourself with a group. And if you are not careful, it could affect your health, because
hypertension.
Maybe you don't have the means. Oh, people are wearing this. Oh, this is what is trendy. This is what people are. Oh, yeah, she's carrying a Gucci bag I need to carry. You know, if you are not careful, it's also going to affect your finances, because you see yourself, you know, having to spend more and saving less, because you just want to match with, you know, match your standards with other people. And another negative side to it is that you start living a fake life. You drop the person you are and start living someone else's life, you know. And that is why you need to really understand or know when to draw the line. The bottom line to peer pressure is comparison. You comparing yourself with other people. When you compare yourself and say, okay, I need to develop myself in this aspect, it is positive. But when it's beginning to affect your personality, your happiness, your joy, your peace, you become envious, become jealous of people, you know, or you are trying to not being contented with your status. Of course, it's beginning to become a negative one, and you need to watch it when it gets to that point. We need to know when to draw the line and say no. You know, it doesn't worth it for me losing my personality.
Exactly. You have to know when to give it a break and
you
say,
are absolutely right.
This is not what I am, this is not what I want, this is not what I want to attract. And then you give it a break. Okay, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful one. Now let us talk about how to avoid this bad peer pressure, negative influences that cannot make us to grow or take us further to where we are going to our destinations. How do we avoid it? And one thing that can come to my brain right now is make sure you have friends that share the same values and believe with you. That is very important. Your friends must have the same belief system like you do, because if you have friends with divergent opinions about things of life, like your spiritual life, you know, health, family, finances, then it's very, very difficult for you to move in sync. And you need to make sure that the circle, people that you have surrounded yourself with, are people that share your views, that when you're talking to them about your visions, they can share, they can understand. When you're talking to them about what you want to achieve concerning your career, they can be the one they will be your cheerleader to say, hey, you can achieve this. This is how to go about. They will even give you tips on how to reach your goals. So I always tell people, quality over quantity. You don't need to have so many friends. For me, I will pick having a friend who will be there, who we can talk, who we can move, who we can pray, who we can do things, you know, together, and can advise me on how to reach my goals, than having so many friends where I will be confused. I avoid confusion in my life. And so it is very important, if you ask, that you should avoid anyone confusing you. Move with people, even if it is one or two people. Make sure those are the people that you move with, and they will help you to achieve your goal, and the pressure they will have on you will be great ones.
And it's also very good to evaluate your friends. You know, when you have friends that you have the same value system, when you have an idea, when you throw an idea to them, they know where it is coming from. And so when they are going to give that advice, they will know the advice will still come from the same value.
Exactly.
Like you said, there is no diversification here. It's still the same thing, you know. Everything is coming from the same source. Like, for example, if I share something with you, It could be, oh yeah, Debbie is a Christian. Okay, what does the Bible say about this particular thing?
Exactly.
Right? So we have that same shared vision. And another thing again, which I feel is a lot of issue with so many of us, is having to express that value system, Bukola, that you just talked about. Like, what would people say if I tell them I'm a Christian? What would people say that I don't do this? What would people say? You know, but then don't be afraid to talk about your values. Don't be afraid to let people understand who you are. And it is now left for people to now determine if they want to accept you for who you are. It's really very good to, when you are meeting someone, let them understand who you are, so that they know if the relationship will flow or not.
You know what you said just brought something to my mind. I remember meeting a friend and we started talking, and the husband noticed that we were getting closer, and he called me one day and said, Bukola, I would like to ask you a few questions. And I didn't know where he was going. So he started, who are you?
Jump questions.
Yes, who are you? Are you a Christian? What is your level of spirituality? What are you thinking about this? What if this thing happens? What do you think about them? What do you think about family? And I was like, where is this guy going? Why is he asking me all these questions? So I had to pause to say, hey, sir, could you tell me why you're asking these questions? And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, Bukola. I just noticed that you are my friend and my wife. You're getting closer, and I'm beginning to also like you as a family. So I just want to know your views and your values about things like this, so that when our children start mixing, they can have the same mindset, won't mix with the wrong people and all that. You know, I was challenged. I was challenged. I was like, oh, this is nice. Like, so someone like this could censor. So make sure you censor your friends and, you know, be free to tell them. So I told them about myself. These are my religious views. I'm a Christian, and these are the things that set me apart. This is what I want to achieve concerning, you know, my career. This is what I believe about family. And we were able to rub minds. I'm like, oh, that's great. I think we can work together. So don't be afraid to tell people who you are. Stand by whatever you think you are, and then let them know you. They will take you for that. Don't worry. Don't say they won't take me. They will. Once they know that this is who you are, and they know that you're important in their lives, and they will also let you.
If they feel that they don't fit into that clique or that friendship, then they
move on.
Yeah, they move on.
Exactly.
Right? And like, there's something that when I'm meeting, I have this understanding about friendship that the content that I keep determines the kind of things that accompanies me. If I find myself or I hang out with positive-minded people, there is every tendency that I'm going to be attracting positivity to myself. But when I move on or move with people that are of negative opinion, I'm also going to be attracting that same negativity to myself. So I'm always very watchful of the kind of people or the kind of company that I keep. And another important thing is to love yourself. I think if you love yourself enough, it won't really bother you what people say. I've seen someone that she almost, you know, she became depressed because a friend left her. You know, and I've seen a lot of people that will even say, almost, especially when it comes to male and female relationship, some will even almost want to kill themselves because, you know, the other person, the partner, left. But when you know yourself, when you love yourself, all of those things they are important, but of course you would be able to deal with
it.
The
effect on you would not be that much.
Yes, now say I'm going to take my life because somebody.
Exactly. So be confident. That's it. You know, be confident about who you are. Like, know that you're special, and what you carry, you know where you're going. It is important to know where you're going. It is when you know where you're going that someone will come and say, oh, go this route, and oh no, this is not where I want to go. This is where I want to go. So set your goals, have what you want, make up your mind before those pressures come, and that is when you can be able to say, oh no, this is not what I want. But if you don't set good goals, if you don't set boundaries for yourself, you just find yourself, you know, merry-go-rounding and not being able to give like a specific answer to questions that when it comes.
And it's also good to stick to that value. And another thing is, we are talking about peer pressure, it's also really key to treat other people well.
Yes,
You
treat them the
understand?
way you would like to treat them to treat you.
You won't keep this good company if you don't if you don't have this good ability qualities, right? So if you want
good
qualities,
so develop good values. You too should have good values, good belief system to
good
have.
values
Exactly.
to yourself.
In fact, it's been a wonderful time, and I know that our people today would have got a lot of things in. So we want you to go and evaluate your friendship. Sit down, look at the kind of friendship that you have right now. Are they really tilting you towards achieving your goals? Are they the ones that are putting undue pressure on your finances? If they are, please take them out and make sure you have good and wonderful friends. So we want you to be a better version of yourself. Keep good company. Let the pressure that you accept be positive ones, and you to be positive influences onto others. Yes.
Yeah. So, and that is what we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. Like Bukola has said it all. Please watch the friends you keep. And that is what we have for you today. See, we'll come your way next time. Please make sure you subscribe and also like this video.
Yes.
We want to hear your comments. We want to read your comments on this video. So please feel free to put all of those in. Thank you once
and also
again.
send to your friends. Don't watch it alone. Send to your
share
friends.
The video. If you enjoyed, please share the video, and we'll see you in our next episode.
Bye bye.